What's going on, y'all? MC Swigga back to do another commentary video. So it's been about 2 months since I did that last Swigga commentary, and at the time I just made a video. I was gonna talk about that the top 5 YouTubers who've sworn Fortnite video, but then I just kind of devolved into making just a general rant about those cringy trend channels. But let me tell you, in the last 2 months, lots of stuff has been going down on YouTube. H3 got busted for saying something that people thought was transphobic. Paul Brothers, along with KSI and Comedy Shorts Gamer, had a boxing match. Ricegum challenged iDubbbz to a boxing match. BullyHunters.org went down in flames after 2 days of being up.
You got Kanye trying to become one of them motivational speakers on Twitter, as well as a Trump supporter.
And of course, iDubbbz is still working on that next content cop, which a lot of people think is going to be on Onision. iDubbbz, you better get working on that, man, because that's gonna be pretty tight, yo. But a lot of stuff has been going on. But I'm gonna talk about three events that I found particularly interesting. And I'm gonna go from most recent to sort of still ongoing. People are still making videos talking about it. And we're gonna go down each of these three one by one. We're gonna break them down into little transition slides. Oh man, what is this? Is this Pyrocynical? Is this Chris Raygun?
What rap girls that can barely twerk now, no matter how many of them there may be.
So there's a weird subgenre going on Instagram, and it's Wigger videos. It's people who ain't black trying to act black, and I guess I don't know if it's really filed under comedy or what, but y'all know what a Wigger is? Y'all should, because you're looking at one right now. 3 very popular internet Wiggers are Danielle Bregoli, also known as the Cash Me Outside chick.
I have shot in my hair because I'm going out and my hair needs to be really super cut.
Woah Vicky.
Woah Vicky, bitch. Woah Vicky, bitch. Woah Vicky.
And the most recent one being Lil Tay.
Message to all y'all broke ass haters. Y'all ain't doing it like Lil Tay. This is why all y'all fucking haters hate me, bitch.
They got into a little bit of a scuffle in the streets, and you know they put the video on their social medias.
What is wrong with you? Wow. Okay, please. Wow.
This is what fighting in the hood has devolved into. A couple of white girls with their iPhones filming each other, lightly pushing each other, and doing the most bland smack talk ever.
Do it, mate. Do it. Do it. Do it. I dare you. I've got it on film. Do it, mate. Hit me. Look, he's touching me. He's touching me. He's too scared to hit me.
And their little scuffle that they had, the only way I can describe it is that it's too trashy to be like a yuppie battle, but it's not ratchet enough to be ghetto. So it just falls into this like weird in-between that's just, it's more uncomfortable to watch. I mean, I'm just saying, nobody's gonna be screaming "World Star" in the video in the background. And then you got Lil Tay, who's blowing up on Instagram. And really, she's just like Ricegum, except she's a 9-year-old girl, and that she keeps flexing her money, and that's pretty much it. I mean, she don't even rap. She just kind of just makes these Instagram videos of her flexing all of her cash and occasionally, you know, talking some game up in the streets, I guess.
Wearing Gucci from head to toe. Y'all can't afford this shit. This shit costs your whole rent.
Where's Chief Salsa?
I'm wearing new fresh.
I just gotta say, to all of her hype men in the background, they're probably just standing there going, "Damn, I'm hanging out with a 9-year-old so that I can be considered a gangsta. Man, this sucks." And in the videos where she shows off the house that she lives in, she clearly lives in like a mansion. Like she's definitely not lower class. She's certainly not middle class in the house she's living in.
I'm only 9 years old and you're like 21, but you're like, my house is like way, I mean, it's lit and all, but my house is way bigger than yours.
Y'all remember back in the day when rappers lived in shitty neighborhoods and then worked their way up? Nowadays we got rappers coming from podunk towns from Ohio and coming from like the middle class of California, and then they get just a little bit of that Instagram money, a little bit of that online ad revenue, and then all of a sudden, oh damn, I'm a thug boy, I be talking mad game up in the streets, yo.
She would have been cool if I'd been black, but I'm a wiggle, 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 wiggle. I could fake it, dog, just a little wiggle. Whoa, wow, 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 bling.
8-bit, you little shit, that's right. Now again, my original commentary before I decided to make it about them trans channels, I was gonna make it about that top 5 Fortnite YouTubers who've sworn, but then I watched it and I really couldn't find a whole lot to say about it. But Fortnite has gotten a lot more popular in the last few months that I haven't done this commentary stuff. So I've been looking at all the stuff involving Fortnite. Lots of stuff has happened, so I decided that I was going to take a lot of the really interesting stories about Fortnite and put them into one big segment. I mean, you've got news anchors going on about how Fortnite has ruined the moral fiber of society, you know, like they've done with almost every other video game and thing that children are into.
Fortnite is the latest video game kids can't get enough of, but when does a bit of harmless fun turn into an unhealthy obsession?
You've got this one Twitch streamer named Ninja who got Drake on one of his Fortnite streams. He was doing a little bit of Fortnite streaming, and then Jake Paul made a video called Donating to My Fave Twitch Streamer, Insane Reaction. He put Ninja up in the picture for the video, and the video itself is basically just more like just typical vlog shit you expect from Jake Paul. Like 70% of the video is just him doing his daily routine, and then the actual end of the video is actually where the title and the thumbnail comes into play. And guess what? He didn't even donate money to Ninja. He just donated money to some Twitch streamer that hangs out in his Team 10 house.
I told you that, what if I told you that it was me that donated you the money?
What do you mean?
I just say it's a kid from, it says the name.
Ricegum started doing Fortnite strip videos where he gets some really hot booty chicks and they play Fortnite, you know, one person wins a round, they gotta take off an article of clothing, and really they've done this, like YouTubers have done this with a bunch of other games that have gotten popular, and Ricegum just wants to capitalize on it, so he started doing the whole game strip video with Fortnite because it's popular.
You guys like to hear the juiciest bit of hypocrisy?
Live stream on this website like 2 or 3 years ago, and on that website basically all it was just people that played video games and they were live streaming, and honestly it was kind of boring because everyone did the same thing. They sat there and just played video games. And
then you got this one clickbait YouTuber who did a video called Fortnite Strip with my 13-year-old sister, and it turns out that he used some friend of his who was 17 and clickbaited the fuck out of the video by saying that the girl was his 13-year-old sister. And he did another one with her where he says, I kissed my 13-year-old sister, and then people started saying, you know, he was a pedophile and shit, and then he had to come out and make one of them phony apology YouTube videos so that he didn't get a ton of shit, even though he already did.
Shit now, like I'm getting a lot of hate, and I just want to make a video to basically apologize for everything I've done. I'm not this weird person that everyone thinks I am. I'm literally just a boy talking to my camera, trying to make a few clickbait videos, trying to get my name out there.
And then you get my personal favorite Fortnite story, where you got the hashtag boogiedownchallenge, where you have a bunch of kids on Twitter put the hashtag boogiedown, and they do videos of them dancing because the creators of Fortnite said that the winner of this hashtag boogiedownchallenge would get their dance put in the game as a thing that you could do. And it's resulted in some really fucking hilarious videos on Twitter like this.
It's also a great exercise move.
So guys, it's fair to say that Fortnite has basically become like every other game. It starts off very independent and, you know, it's small, and then it grows a huge cult following, it becomes mainstream, it grows a huge fan base, and then eventually a bunch of weirdos in that fan base start to make the game look bad, and, you know, eventually it becomes a bit of a meme. It happened with Overwatch, it happened with Cuphead, it happened with that robot horror furry game, it happened with Minecraft years ago, and now the whole meme stage of that is just continuing with Minecraft. And now lastly, we come to our last subject, hashtag change the channel.
A long and drawn-out, poorly acted comedy sketch? What is this, the Nostalgia Critic?
So some of y'all probably know about the website Channel Awesome. You can tell from this channel that some of the people on it have been greatly inspired by the website, especially Wiz Khalifa over here. What happened was a bunch of former people who used to work at the website Channel Awesome got together and created a document called Not So Awesome, and in it it started off as like 60 pages, and then it expanded since then. And it's basically people giving some grievances as to what they experienced while they worked at the website. Experiences on the site range from mismanagement, unprofessionalism, people getting screwed out of money, just general mistreatment and favoritism, and people being favored over others because they were more popular and they had more audience than the other people. And even stories of sexual misconduct. When all this came out, Twitter was blowing up and people started making a bunch of videos talking about the stories. You have people doing discussion live streams, you got people doing reading videos of the document, you got people doing parody skits, people doing rants, stories from former fans, people getting rid of their merchandise. Of course, you got people making parody songs about the situation.
Remember, I own Nostalgia Critic. It does not belong to Doug. Da 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 da.
Don't ask for water on set today. This is how the awesome died.
Secret firing when you alternate. A no posting rule for your Patreon page.
All the talent had enough to channel awesome golden but Mike started the fire. First it started burning, now the tides are turning.
Did the sketches for a laugh, not drama or a watch, but now the gloves are off and I wanna say this a lot. You are welcome for absolutely everything you've got.
As a guy who does parody songs myself, I just want to give a major shout out to the people who did parodies. Parody comrade to parody comrades, my hat goes off to all of y'all. Seriously, y'all did a fucking great job with all y'all's stuff, man. Ever since then, more and more people stepped forward and started contributing themselves to the document. So what started off as like, I don't know, 60, 65 plus maybe, has moved on to like 70 plus pages. And now there's even more people stepping forward and talking about their experience with the website. A lot of these complaints and grievances and criticisms of the management of the site boils down to the site's CEO, that being Mike Michaud.
Nobody even knows who you are. You don't get enough views. No one's gonna care about your tribute to one of your closest friends that you worked with and idolized.
Oh, you have ads in your video. That's gonna scare people away. That's gonna make people turn on ad block. Well shit, you can't do that anymore. You can't start up your own Patreon because it's gonna scare people away. And this was the same guy who felt the need to set up an Indiegogo for a game show that nobody wanted. But then it also goes down to the other two guys who seem to be running the site, the Walker brothers. You got Rub and Dog Walker. And after reading the document again, the three popular criticisms that pop up about them are as follows. They were generally unprofessional when working on their little anniversary movies, like they didn't have craft services, they broke out into pointless fights a lot, there was, you know, a lot of creative differences, people didn't want to do scenes for the movie, and they just didn't listen to them, they brushed them off like it was nothing and just told them to do the scene anyway. Oh, I'm the more important one, we're not going to try and help out some of the smaller name people on the site because, well, we're the ones people come to see. And the last one, and this is like the one that shows up in like almost everyone's report, being that they just kind of just idly let Michaud do all this shady bullshit, and they just didn't seem to do anything. So after the people made, you know, these reports and all these people started coming out and speaking about how, you know, the site is going down, not only did they face a major subscriber drop, but a bunch of people left the site. Like, you went from 40 contributors, now they're down to 2. So after 2 or 3 days, the document drops, and they make this super phony, we want to look apologetic but not really apologize for anything we may have done in the last 10 years. So they make this wall of text and put it on their social media, and it became very infamous for the line, "We sincerely regret you felt that." That's kind of like when people say, oh, it's just a social experiment, bro, but they want to look like they have morals, so they go, oh, no, well, we said regret and sincerely, so naturally that means something, right? But when you really boil it down, it's basically going, oh, yeah, we punched you in the stomach, but, you know, you're the one that got all upset about it, so it's your fucking fault. That's pretty much what this apology boils down to. And their response blog basically just sounds like them going, oh, that's fake, oh, you're all fake, you're all lying, everything you say is fake, any kind of miscommunication problems we have, well, actually, no, we agreed, those are bad, but everything else, it's, you know, you're all just faking and you're lying. And this response blog also busted who the sexual groomer of the original document was. They've been losing more and more subscribers. There's some story about Dog supposedly trying to get a lawyer so that he can get rid of Limp Bizkit guy as the CEO, and a bunch of other kind of stuff. And really, they say they're still working on an apology video. We'll see what happens with that. I've done 2 parody songs about internet personalities. The first one was Jafari.
And even though he made a video saying he was sorry, people still go on about Jafari.
And the second one was Weirdo Asian Man when Filthy Frank, R.I.P. Franku, decided to quit YouTube.
Weirdo Asian man, weirdo Asian man.
So I decided, let's make a third parody song and talk about Channel Awesome. So ladies and gentlemen, parody of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air theme by Will Smith. Welcome to the Channel Awesome Shuffle. Now this is a story all about how our sub count started going down. You can start up your own Patreon
at CEO Fuckface Mike Michaud.
Sorry. We're sorry. We're sorry. We're sorry.
In the apology from CA, oh well, we regret that you felt that way. Now things up to Rub and Dog, they had a ton of producers and they're all gone. People really hate the game showing clipless reviews. According to the charts, it's what makes the views. For the last 10 years they had web fame, but now it's derailed like a Thomas train. What went wrong? They had it sealed. It was a bigger blow to them than demo reel. Asshole to the victims, critics, fans, and users, and takes a huge shit on all the old producers. And really, guys, the punchline to this is hashtag King Guru Larry. Alright, hashtag King Guru Larry, y'all. Peace.